Hello, friends, and welcome back to a new price prediction update on GMT, where we will be taking a look at some of the things that I see for GMT and the future of it, and also a great indication that I see right now for the short term in the 50 minutes of possible retracements back to the recent resistance that we had before. So let's take a look here. So we know that on March 29th, we saw this big rally here. Okay, so we were at about 1.04, and we see this big imbalance here that occurred. Okay, so we see a lot of bullish momentum happening. We were overall, you can see the 50 MA, we were far away from it. Okay, indicating this trend was very important and was very strong. We see a lot of volume coming in as well. We were also oversold several times, but we could see that we were coming back to levels where we were oversold but still continuing in the trend. Okay, which indicated that GMT has a lot of volume coming into it, which is great. Okay, we can see several times we are respecting a levels of the 50 MA, where when we see a retracement back from the oversold levels, we can see a bounce back off the 50 MA and also our trend line. Okay, so this is very important, guys. Okay, Jasmine has not Jasmine GMT has a lot of volume coming in to it, and it's very important that we see that for the future of GMT, we can see it has a lot of potential into it. Okay, so this is great. But we can see that in the video here, we can see that we had levels of resistance at the levels of 50 MA. Okay, so 50 MA indicates for us that we can see the continuation in the trend. So as you can see here, when the trend was overall in the bullish momentum, we can see price respecting the 50 MA, which is great. Okay, we can also see that we had here levels of MACD indicating with the levels of resistance that we had, the price was continuing to the uptrend. Okay, which is great, guys. But you can see overall in the 15 minutes, this is what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so we are currently respecting the levels of 50 MA. So in the 15 minutes, we can see that overall for GMT, we are overall in the uptrend. Okay, 15 minutes, which is great. We can see that, keep in mind, we had wicks here several times. We are currently approaching our levels of resistance at 15 minutes, but this looks like an ascending triangle. Okay, so this is great. If we can, since we are respecting the 50 MA, as you can see here, we respected it several times. We see wicks coming down to the 50 MA and not closing, as we saw here before. Overall, on the RSI, you can see an uptrend occurring as well, and you can see bullish momentum happening for the MACD. A lot of great signs for Jasmine, for GMT. I keep thinking of Jasmine because I did a video about it today as well. Bear with me, guys. But yeah, well, if it does break these levels here and create a support at 2.25, and we can break out of these levels here, create a support level at 2.5, and then we can come back to test the levels of resistance that we see here at 2.34, which is in the 15-minute, is very crucial because we never broke out of there. Okay, we saw wicks happening, and but we never created a level of support at these levels here. Okay, so what I want to see happening for GMT is a price, breaking out of these levels here, retesting back at 2.2, and then retesting back the levels of imbalance here that we saw the sell-off occur at 2.2. Hopefully, once that happens, we can see some momentum occur after we break that level, retest back at the level here of 2.23, and then fill in some big imbalance here that we see at the 15 minutes. Okay, because there's a lot of big imbalance here that happened, and we never saw a retest back here until we saw the retest back on April 14th, where we saw a price wick up there, close up there again, and retest back at the 50 MA. Okay, so hopefully with the volume coming in as well, you can see the volume for the bullish side is much stronger than the bearish. Okay, so this is great signs here. We can see a lot of volume as well overall in the 15 minutes for GMT, which indicates that the project is growing at a great level. We can see that price usually respects the 50 MA once it's in the uptrend, as you can see here overall in the trend. So this is great signs. Okay, but hopefully for GMT, we also know that there's levels of support at these areas here at 2.2, at 2.06, and this level is very crucial because we see several wicks happening. Okay, so we saw volume here at these levels, and we saw wicks occurring at these levels as well, but we never closed there. Okay, indicating that the trend was overall on the bullish side. So this is a great sign. But hopefully, if we overall in the 15 minutes, if we do break the levels of support here at a 2.2, retest back at 2.02 at the ascending triangle that we have here for the bullish side. Then we could see a retracement back at the levels that we have here at 2.08. And this level, like I said, is very crucial because we could see levels here being created. We saw once that big drop happened, we saw a level create here at the support. And also we saw a wick happening there. And then coming back down to create a double bottom, as you can see here, where price respected these levels before seeing another reversal happening. So if we do break these levels here, relax. This is still a great entry, in my opinion, as well, that I see. If price comes back to the 50 minutes and tests back the 2.08. But just be cautious, guys, because we could see here 50 minutes. We saw a big, big uptrend, as we can see here for GMT. Okay, so please be cautious that if we do break the levels of support we have here, we could retest back at 2.09. And just keep in mind that we also have for the short term a big imbalance here at these levels of 1.68. Okay, hopefully that doesn't occur for GMT, but just keep in mind there's a lot of imbalance here that happened before at the uptrend that we had. Okay, and for a price to come back from levels of where it was on March 28th from 0.75 to a high of 3.1 in a span of several days. Okay, it's just keep that in mind. Let's be smart. We're in this for the long term, yes, but just keep in mind if we do break these levels of 2.09, we could see a retracement back to a levels of 1.8 as a longer term play. So I hope you guys like this type of analysis and video, and I hope to see you on the next update. And take care and stay blessed.